Hi there. I have recently changed the layout of my setup a bit. And today I'll see if whether my model's tracking is gonna suffer from that in any way. I hope it doesn't. And I realized that with most games I play, I don't usually let the opening play every time, but this one feels like it's just like watching an anime. Hi there, I'm Atros. Hi there, Kira. Welcome. So imagine if when I was playing Trials of Mana, if I let the opening play every time, it would be what? 5 minutes every stream? That opening is pretty long. I'm also quite amused by how the opening's lyrics are possibly like a reference to how many times this game was still late. If lines like it's better late than never, we won't run away anymore. Hi there, Knight. I thought yesterday was Friday. This does happen to me on occasion. It's usually very tragic. I remember one day not too long ago waking up thinking it was like Friday and it was not Thursday, it was Tuesday. The week had barely started. And I think it's back to story mode. I have there were a couple things I wanted to show off on my thing, but I think I'll leave that for the start of tomorrow's stream where we have more time. I didn't set it up properly anyway. 99. I guess you haven't seen my thing before. I can go back to it. So, maxing out your level used to be more difficult before two major patches. One that included a catch-up mechanic where, like, if you have low-level characters in your team, they get an experience bonus after every match, so they catch up to you, to the rest of the team faster. Isn't the update that lets you speed up matches when you're playing on Commander mode? It makes it so that, like, once you have one maxed out thing, it's very easy to like take any player and max out their level. You just have to do it once the hard way, then it's pretty trivial to do it again. Somber music is playing. When I left off last time, I had just beaten Nishinomiya in the first match of the tournament, and I didn't see everybody running around there. Oh, even Raik actually shooting at the goal. That's pretty... I know, sophisticated for just a random animation in the background. What if I stand on the way? And when I stopped, Umei had just gotten a call that his mother was injured, and I'm not sure what that's going to be about. Say something, Yuki. He is antisocial. So Umei walks across the town to get to the hospital. Still surprised that Shisendo is the goalkeeper. I also was when I first saw him, like, in the marketing. He didn't feel like a character that would even be a player normally, like, expecting to be one of the coordinators. But I'm glad he's a player and the goalkeeper. That's a very... like, probably the most important position in this game. Since the goalkeeper is your health bar.
Oh, やってるやってる。
グラウンドもなかなかいいな。
そうですね。練習しやすそうです。
お前たち、北洋学園だな。練習をスパイしようってのか。
That's Hokuyo. The localization is weird about this, but whenever they say North Right, they mean the Hokuyo school.
違いますよ。今日は学校の視察に来て、そのついでに。
Just starting the school.
視察？それがスパイ行為だろうがよ。
それは。
空宮。
We could send a nice spy back.
何？どういうことだ？申し訳ありません。
Although knowing Yume, he like probably already has the docs of every player from Hokuyo.
決してスパイ行為ではありません。そうかよ。だったら用を済ませてさっさと。
だったら少し遊んでいきません？
A bit of fun.
おま、一体何を？
部長が言うように、こちらの技が本当に通用しないのかどう
You
か。
solve the case of the stats of every game, no goals you'll get past in.
まさか確かめようってのか。
This makes you think that Yume would,
じゃあミニサッカーでバト
I
ル
think,
す
do
る？
pretty in a collab with Professor Layton that's from the same company. In fact, Professor Layton, his buddies were supposed to be in this game by now, I think, with the last, the Galaxy patch. I don't think they were added yet for some reason, but they eventually should. I'll say, they did bring their whole thing. I thought it was just Sorami and the other one, forgot his name. Are they gonna do a foul to make to coach them?
いいよ。任せたよ。
That's, yeah, gravity, dude. Gravity dessert in Japanese.
なんて技なの？
Oh, he activated this one just before I could catch him with the focus field.
任せたよ。
I didn't mean to do that. Oh, might get scored on. The spice must fly. Is that about the goalkeeper Sisatsu? Three minutes and I think it's 2 more shots I have to take. I might actually lose this. Also, he's cheating. You're not. Normally, his stats would be on cooldown by now.
もっと打たせましょう。
精神的に打ちのめすということか。 相変わらずサッカーやっている時は
You get real nasty on
こ
the
の
pitch.
程度で勝てる気になってる。笑えますよね。
I'm gonna run out of... By a literal fraction of a second I could complete the mission.
公式試合の前に勝負は見えたみたいだね。
くそ。
全く手も足も出
Wasting
ない
his
なんて
movement on a normal kick. In this game it's usually not a waste
うっととし
because
たナグモハラはやはりこの程度
even a regular kick will still damage your keeper's like health bar.
うちと並ぶ戦略サッカーで西宮を破ったと
Anytime you choose to use a keeping his stats, you're essentially giving yourself a shield to filter out some of the damage.
運命がいればもっと前線できたのによ。
確かに運命の作戦があれば。
言えてるな。
今なんて。
うちのスーパー軍師諸葛孔明こと笹波運命がいればこんなに一方的にやられなかっただろうって話。
Our master strategist Koumei Izashi Zulian is that it's a Chronostone reference
運命
out of the blue like that.
まさか運命笹波運命。
ああ、知り合いか。
そうか、運命はサッカーに戻ってきたのか。で、
Koumei's
いつ
playing
ここに
again.
来るの？
Who's gonna tell him?
それが運命は。
おーい、そろそろ時間だぞ。
空宮、残念ながらお友達との再会は次の試合の時までお預けのようだな。
So what was that visit to the school actually about?
なんか階段から落ちた拍子に頭を打ったみたいで脳震盪なんだって。近所の人が驚いて救急車呼んじゃったから大ごとになっちゃったわね。
でも何もなくてよかった。先生が頭を打っているから検査のために念のため今夜は入院になるって言ってた。
仕方ないわね。それで学校の方は良かったの？
うん、大丈夫。ちょうどサッカー部
Now
に連
this
れ
scene
る
is
こと
a
になっ
lot
て
like the first episode of Faris where the main character's mother is also bedridden. There's even like a sunset when they meet, I think.
でも良かったわ。
But in that episode, the main character's mother actually
サッ
dies.
カーと向き合えて。
ずっと塞ぎ込んでいたから母さんにも心配かけたよね。ごめんなさい。
私の方こそごめんね。健康に産んであげられなくて。
母さんのせいじゃないよ。僕は才能をたくさんもらっている。だからまたサッカーをやれているんだ。
そうね。あなたがまたサッカーをやれるようになって嬉しい。
もう一度サッカーをやってみる。フィールドを走れない体でどこまでやれるかわからないけど、サッカーと一緒に歩いていきたいんだ。
きっと答えてくれるわよ。あなたが大好きな、大好きで大好きで仕方ないサッカーなんだから。
母さん。
それとそのジャージ似合ってるじゃない？
That tracksuit looks great on you.
限定もののジャージ気に入ったよ。でも母さんがくれたってこと誰かに言わないでよ。
Don't go telling anyone you bought it for me.
なんで？
Well, why not?
恥ずかしいからさ。
Oh, it's embarrassing.
そうね。
So it wasn't like a connection with the shopkeepers that got in And that outfit's just his
桜
mother.
先輩わざわざ来てくれたんですか？
ああ、ちょっと気になってな。
そうですか。空宮君が来たんですね。
知り合いなんだろ？
はい。長崎のジュニアカップではよく対戦していて、ライバルみたいな存在でした。
そうか。会えなくて残念だったな。
いえ、公式試合で会える方がドラマチックでいいですよ。
Meeting again an official match sounds way more dramatic.
確かに。しかし、お前がサッカーをやっているのを知って、えらく嬉しそうだったぞ。
空宮君は、サッカーができなくなって塞ぎ込んでいた時、何度も手紙をくれたり、会いに来たりしてくれて。
笹波運命、俺はお前とまたサッカーをやれる日が来るって信じてるからな。
僕を励ましたかったんだと思いますが、あの時の僕は誰にも会いたくなかった。そのうち諦めたみたいで現れなくなりました。
いいやつじゃねえか。もしお前がこんなことになってなかったら、今頃サッカーを通じて大親友になれていたのかもな。
そうですね。そういう意味では、二人の仲を引き裂いたのも結局サッカーでした。
No, there's some shots where I blink and I think the game has suddenly changed to showing it to the artwork like this, and the shot of Omi looking at his mother just before this.
僕には
There's some
元気
very
にサッカーを
like
やれ
cinematic
ている
shots in
空
this
宮
game.
君を見るのが辛かったから。
そうか。しかし思ったんだが、
はい。
やっぱお前、どうもポエマー臭いよな。
何ですかそれ。そもそもポエマーの定義は何ですか？
そういうの、かゆくならないか？
なりませんよ、別に。
But yes, they were good friends, and for some reason I thought they played for the same team. I forgot that like the flashback artwork from before showed them in different uniforms, I think.
いや、おはよ
Oh, not
ま
again.
た幻覚か。
At
う。
least
チ
he
ームメン
knows
バ
it
ーが
this
来る
time.
前に対北洋学園の戦略をまとめたかったんじゃないの？
Oh man, you have to ignore him because validating their voices will make them worse.
俺も協力するよ。
協力するって。
さあ、北洋学園を分析しよう。
They're doing that again.
わかった。
This game takes place in like the current day, and
合理的な教育プログラムによってチーム全員の
in
戦
the
術眼が
current
高め
day,
られている。
like a lot of
極
people
め
are
てインテリジェンスの
making
高いサッカープレーをするチームだ。
AI chatbots of their idols to speak to them at any time. But meanwhile, Omei just has like good old visions, just old-fashioned audio-visual hallucinations.
多様性のチームってわけだね。ナグモハラのようなできたばかりのチームにはそんなゲートはできない。
And I wanted to point out that their coach, Hokuyo's coach, that's this character over here, is actually an old character from the classic Inazuma 11. He showed up there as like his younger self. He played for the couple of the rival teams. It's kind of very random quote to include him here, but it's interesting.
いや、打つ手はあるよ。 手の戦術を固定させる。
そんなことができるの？
北洋は要である空宮星による一点突破で組み立てるトライダイブ戦法を代表的な攻撃パターンとしている。だけど空宮星が戦術的に封じられた場合、信濃正史がフィールド全域を使い複数のストライカーを切り替えて攻める急戦法信濃フォームを使ってくるんだ。
どんな状況でも相手は攻め手を持っているってことだね。
でもこの
I think I forgot to turn on auto mode, but it's just because the game waits a lot before advancing to the next line in auto mode. Like right now.
欠点。
Oh, it actually wasn't turned on. My
攻
mistake.
撃に多くの選手リソースを割かねばならないため防御力が落ちる。信濃フォームが相手ならキーパーとストライカーの1対1の状況を作ることも可能。
なるほど。そこを一気に攻めるわけだ。
ディフェンダーとキーパーが連携していれば隙はないんだけど、キーパー1人の防御力なら連携必殺シュート春雷で貫ける。
Our combination shot can break through. Oh, you haven't named it already, but we don't actually...
頼みの綱の信頼はまだ未完成。
Yeah, we don't know it
という
yet.
わけだね。
しかしその作戦だと空宮星を封じることが前提となっている。どうやって封じる？
We have a tactic just for that.
でも今のままのブロック・ザ・キーマンでは空宮星を防げない。
なんで？
空宮星一人の能力がうちのマンツーマンにおける防御パワーを超えているんだ。
じゃあどうすんの？
試合までにチーム防御力をブロック・ザ・キーマンが通用するレベルまで引き上げる必要がある。
That's gonna be Sorry, that's gonna be difficult because you only have, what, 2 defenders? It's Camille and
方法が見
Benton.
えているんだ。やってもらうよ。
All the other selectable characters I chose ended up, they turned out to be midfielders.
未完成の春雷を意地でも完成させないといけないわけだな。
そうですね。それが大前提となっています。
わかった。
誰かさんが足を引っ張らないでくれればな。
Long as a certain someone doesn't drag us down.
なんだと？お前の先行キックが安定しないからだろうがよ。
はあ？自分がちゃんとジャストミートできないのを人のせいにしてるよね。
だと？
I'd say fight.
まだ試合まで日はあります。しっかり必要要素を揃えていきましょう。
それと
You two play a round of rock, paper, scissors right now.
話を取り付けてきました。今回はなんと天下のお嬢様学校熊本の明蘭学院です。
Against Orchid Academy, in the audio she said Eiran Gakuen. So that's the Japanese name. Mengran, I think. Hey, girls' school. Oh, wow, a girls' school. Why are you so excited?
四川道先輩のキーパー特訓もやりたいところですが。
それなら野球部の古いピッチングマシンを改造してボールガトリング発射デバイス UMBZ11 を作っておきました。
I repurposed one of the baseball club's old pitch machines and built the OMBZ11 a ball Gatling gun.
キーパー特訓にも使えるはずです。
なんだと？勝手に？
How do they let her build a firearm on school grounds? It's like a sentry turret.
場所までも？
助かります。
すんなり受け入れてんじゃねえ。
僕がキーパー特訓を。
桜崎先輩と篠原先輩の連携必殺技を完成させなければ北洋の突破は見込めない。試合まで勝利条件を満たすための特訓に励むしかない。
We're off to another grinding phase. Sakurazaki has to learn Shunrai, that's the Spring Thunderclap. Chisendo has to learn Icy Grace. Set Kimen like down your tactics, I already have it. He's just okay with it. Well, it's a Gatling gun, so if you can't catch the balls that it shoots, it's gonna kill you. So that's a pretty good incentive. It's like a sink or swim. Also, I wanted to have Ben 10 following me, so I think he has to be on the first slot. I was thinking, like, if Ben 10 had if I had the long hair, like all the way down here, I think he'd be a no-brainer for like my new favorite character in this entire series. Make it a Russian roulette, a good one, helps in train his reaction time. I think this is where I go to... Oh, this will trigger a cutscene where he learns a new move and he needs to be level 20. What level is he now? 17. That's a bit of a ways off. So I'm gonna give him these experience boots. I know there's an item that you can give a character as a consumable and it gives them an experience, but I don't have access to them inside the story mode. I still have that picture of Raika on me. These are messages from this sequence from before. Our group chat is a lot too big all of a sudden because of all the new recruits. What a fake kill to grow, fish, random key, and empty can. I think we have yet to use the fish and the key for anything, and the can. No idea why Omei sold you onto that. Granted a pretty big budget. I have learned that you can use equipment to boost your stats so you can meet these training goals faster, but now I actually need to level up Sakurazaki so I cannot run away from the friendly matches. It's not like they're inherently bad, they're just a bit too easy. Also, there's an experience boost for Earth players, and Sakurazaki is one, so shouldn't be too hard to get in up to level 20, hopefully. And this is Meirangaku that we were talking about.
チームじゃない。
Oh my, don't they look simply delightful to toy with?
あのキーパーの子なんかいい感じですわ。
That keeper boy, he does pique my interest. Look at Raika's face.
あれ見てみ、あの長髪のリーダーっぽい子の可愛さもえぐいって。
ごきげん
Just
よう
what?
南雲原の皆さん。
Greetings, Naguara girl. She has a butterfly mask. I like that pink-haired one.
これからたっぷりいたぶってあげるから、試合の途中で逃げ出したりしないでね。
What do they teach those girls at Meirangakuen? Also, I think that after I beat story mode this, the captain might have to become a muffling. She's very close to being a actual bug girl. I think I should have set some custom music for the background, but the default one is serviceable enough. Also, the AI is starting to use focus field. That's an improvement. I meant to use the curve shot to go around the castle. That was a missing button. No? Oh, I stopped it anyway. Okura does not have a block. I've seen some people use that to goalkeeper online. I think she's gonna be fairly popular in no time. I mistimed it. And when I saw her on the marketing, I actually really thought I... Also, that's what you wanted, right, Kisoji? I thought there was a good chance I'd make her my goalkeeper as well, but... now that I've had Tomoka for so long, I don't really feel like replacing her. Nice, that was what I was trying to do. We haven't seen Mirika Sisatsu yet, she failed it last time. Will she fail it again? She will. Mirika's been getting the short end of the stick. I like us, but this one would have been my go-to goalkeeper. Now you could, like, if you like the character, could recruit her and just make her play another position. She could probably be a decent defender as well. That's something I thought of doing with her, actually. Like, I thought if I can recruit these players within the story mode, which I don't think I can. But if I could, I also wouldn't wanna replace Shisendo as a goalkeeper, so I'd make her a defender instead. We have another try to doing... What was it called? Hoopsilot? My, what's wrong with Mirika? She lost to a playing real skill. She started, she hasn't done anything yet. I will need to give both Hoshi and Bukura some new blocking stats since they are more on the defensive side. Tired of life and dying, getting like pummeled by their attack now. I just saved by the half-time whistle. They kept calling her like second life Mirika before and I still don't get what her gimmick is supposed to be. Because Benten is a Kabuki actor, Fukura is just a... I guess a lucky girl, something like that. Oh, she's a rock girl. I don't know what Mirika is supposed to be about. And as you can see, it's very difficult to defend from long shots. You have to be really quick on the trigger for your castle walls and space them right. She's self-ful, she wants to help everyone. She's not doing that right now. I was playing around before, but now they are actually pretty close to evening the score. Like, the AI has surprisingly improved already from our last round of friendly matches. It's probably thanks to the Galaxy patch as well. Is shopping the other thing that could be the case. She won't look out of place in Meirangaku. Get that to somebody with a Hisatsu. Hey, another crit showing one match. Let's try that one more time. Okay, I thought should fail again. This is a bit concerning actually, because I was breezing through the friendly matches before. But then the match against Nishinomiya was surprisingly tight. If I'm kind of struggling to hold them down now, I wonder how difficult Hokyo is going to be. I have no TP to use Dust Kick. Ouch.
来なさい。そんなはずは。ここは倒産とよ。
Don't have TP for another dramatic strike. Or for another shooting move. I don't think we've seen the goalkeeper's Hisasu yet. Now seems like she won't need it. That was another crit, but because they don't guarantee aggro anymore, they just factor with a sliver of HP. As I really like how their emblem looks like, I would have considered that for my team as well. You could have gone down without all that fuss. Oh, it's not just our team that has infighting going on.
こんだけガチで激アツな久しぶりやな。なんか楽しかったわ。
あなたたち、なかなか頑張ったじゃない。仕方がないから認めてあげる。メーラン女子は簡単に屈服しない相手に出会った時こそ燃えてくるものなのよ。
Truly come alive only faces someone who refuses to yield.
どうやら彼女たちに火をつけてしまったようだね。
でもなんかかっこいい。
But that was it. Looked like something else was going to happen. Also, that was not enough to give Sakurazaki even one level, even with the experience boots. How else can I grind him up? I had to try that, the thing at the baseball court, the Gatling gun. There's also some, there is a lot of side quests actually. Girls are awesome, that's what I learned from this. Oh, my thing is what... My team has 3 boys and 8 girls, so how much of a percentage is that?
君はサッカー部の部長じゃないか。新聞の一面に載るなら
Not counting the reserves.
要であるキーパーの手の動きにフォーカスした写真を載せたいよな。
いや、一面になるんなら花形のストライカーの足の動きがよくわかる写真の方がいいだろう。
どっちでもいいですよ。どちらも絵になると思いますし。いや、こいつとはかなり言い争ったんだ。君が決めてくれ。
お前の部のことなんだから、お前に決めてもらわないと。
即決が難しいというなら、どちらがより絵になるか、キーパーとストライカー、どちらが映えるか。
Demonstrate some saves and oh, I have to take pictures. I should have taken this class before playing that match.
なるべく人気が少なくて手足の動きをよく見られそうな場所。入江の浜辺なんてどうだ？シュートとキャッチを両方頼むぞ。
僕たちは先に行ってるからな。ドタキャンは許さんぞ。
You have to wait because I'm taking a few more side quests here. Don't think there's any inside the school building.
なあ。
あなたはサッカー部の。これは意味ある偶然。シンクロニシティですね。
This was the character from, I think, the Space Code from another quest.
我々の部活動のため、ジバが他と異なる場所を探してきてくれませんか?
Would you help us find locations with unusual magnetic fields for our club research? I think that's a bit out of our
あ
scope.
なたとの交渉に応じて、我々は星空鑑賞クラブと合併したのですから、こちらの頼みもぜひ聞いていただければと。
確かに合併してもらった恩がありますし、いいでしょう。ただ、ジバというのは僕にはよくわかりませんが。
そう言うと思っていました。
That's the Narc's line.
電子計算機部と共同で制作したアプリがありまして、これをスマホに入れておけば、ジバが異なる場所に行くと通知が来
They
るよう
made
に
an
なっ
app
ています。
installed in their phone of penguin meter an error of an unusual magnetic
あなたの
field.
スマホにも送っておきますね。では、南雲原中の屋外でジバが他と異なる場所を3
Hey, how
カ所
does
ほ
an
ど探し
app
てきてくだ
does
さ
that?
い。その場所に行けばアプリが教えてくれるはずですから。
Do you also have an app that increases my RAM space? Like RAM is very expensive right now. I could use that. I'll take this for
第二
the...
部活動か。少しスペースはあるけれど、野球部を出待ちする
Let's
生
say
徒がよくいる
another
場所
set
でも
quest.
あるな。
I'm not sure what that was about.
ささなみくん。
Yagyu super fan so much so that he matches his skin and the hair
野
color.
球部派閥の野球ファンたちが柳生さんを野球部から引き抜いた君を襲撃しようと計画しているらしいんだ。
Planning to attack you for poaching from
サ
the
ッカー派
baseball
の
team.
柳生さんファンである僕としても阻止したいし、ここは手を組まないか？野球部派閥は柳生さんを野球部に引き戻したいと考えているみたいでね。
What do you mean they're planning an attack on
で
me?
も サッカー部で生き生きしてる柳生さんの姿をちゃんと見れば彼らも納得すると思うんだ。ってことで試合中の柳生さんの写真を3枚ほど
Photos
撮
of
影
him
して
during
きて
game.
くれないかな。
In learning, you should take all these side quests before you
作
play
戦
in
とし
the
ては
friendly
佐賀の
matches.
ニコ川中との試合風景がいいな。
It has to be
県外の
against a
選手と試合する
specific
柳生さんは映えると思うし。
against Saga's Twin for the junior high school. It was so weird to see like a Japanese term followed by a dubbed term. Because they don't undub these school names for some reason.
なるほど。状況はわかりましたが、写真だけで過激なファンたちが納得するとは思えません。
いや、僕にはわかるんだよ。笹波くんが撮る柳生さんの写真に勝る武器はない。とにかく撮影できたら見せてくれよ。
Now for an activity in the baseball field. Never mind, he needs to be level 20. I forgot what trap training is. Have we done this before? Oh, this is the game with the Gatling gun.
指示通りにお願いします。
Oh, you don't have to click, you just have to hover the cursor on top of a player when the ball is coming. So in a very loose way, it is practicing how to set up castle walls. And it's actually pretty difficult. I almost lost it. This was only the second difficulty for it. Sakurazaki is one level up, but still a long way. I forgot to choose the character for the goalkeeper training, so they set up Imasato as the catcher.
気合を入れていきましょう。
I wonder if it's only the players that you choose that gain experience from this. I forgot to... I wasn't paying attention to like the results from before. Well, I was way off. That's... Is this practicing like penalty shots with Char, I think, in this game, but they almost never happen. Like, it's only happened to me once when playing online. So I had to react to the direction of the projectile. I was too slow again. I missed again.
努力は結果で証明されます。
Yeah, everybody gets the experience no matter who was actually training. Yeah, both Sakurazaki and Shisendo have to be level 20 now because of both of them have events. Too bad I only have one experience accessory. If you got the deluxe edition, could get another one, but don't get it. The deluxe edition is not worth it.
God Tree か。人があまり来ない場所だけど、不思議なパワーを感じる。
What if we kissed under the God Tree? They usually aren't. I mean, the Sword of Deluxe Edition for Cyber Sleuth comes with the DLC. That's why I got it. But there was the other, the Super Deluxe, which only gives you like optional background music and all those costumes I couldn't use in my playthrough. And there's nowhere left to check for that side quest with the phone app. Unless it's inside the school. I had forgotten what it's like to struggle to level up because like I said in the start of the stream, once you have a strong team outside of story mode, it's trivial to level anybody up. I really like the Inori Summer costume from the DLC. That's the one that stands out to me. I consider getting that just to use it on her whenever we went to the Abyss area, but it's a bit too expensive for one costume. So what was left for this one? Oh, it's just one more spot.
第一部活動か。ここは運動部がよく使っていて、人の出入りが激しい場所だ。磁場が異なる場所の情報が3つ集まった。無重力先輩に報告しに行こ
う。Not before we fight
そこの投げやすそうな侵入性。文字通り我々に身を任せてみないか。
Nice Spectral, sorry, interested in the Judo Club. Sisuke and Automobiles, they might be good for just grinding levels.
磁場が異なる場所を探してきてくれましたか？どれどれ。しっかりと言ってくれたようですね。これで我々の計画は一歩前進しました。
What was that plane of yours again?
計画？
さて、真実を明かしましょう。スマホに送ったアプリには電磁波を発する機能も備えられているのです。
It can also emit electromagnetic waves. No, it can't. Phone apps can't do that.
つまりあなたはその電磁波で磁場が異なる3点をつなぎ
Use those waves to link the three sides together, forming a massive delta across the campus.
これでデルタの中央校舎の屋上から宇宙人に交信
At
を
Delta
試みれ
Center,
ば
we will attempt to contact the Simon. Our voices will surely reach the stars.
部長、準備が整い
I
まし
see
た。
girl from the Stargazing
早く
Club.
向かいましょう。
She is also into
胸が
this.
高鳴りますねベントラスペースピープルそれではサッカー部の方これにて
様子がおかしい。
宇宙研究会の思考はすでに宇宙レベルなんだよ。
Their brains left orbit a long time ago.
どういうこと？
Oh yes, normally you would say, wow, what massive weirdos these two are, but the problem is that in this universe, aliens are a real thing. In fact, they should be like public knowledge by this point, because if Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy happened in the past, and also... Well, this story mode is a bit ambiguous as to where it is on the timeline, like... Is it in the same timeline as all the other seasons, or is it like an alternative branch off from the classic one, like Ares was? What other side quests did I have? Three photos of Yagyu battling Twin for Junior High. Which is just should be right over here. Oh, it's this thing again. We're quite on the level, so this should be interesting and should give me some good experience. Trying to defeat the account again, yeah? And that should be have been a picture, but it didn't take it, even though I pressed the button. So their stats are a lot higher this time. That's one, that's true. That's supposed to be true, but there's a cooldown apparently. So it seems like you can't just take pictures in your like playing normally. It has to be during in the middle of a Satsu cutscene. Maybe if he scores a goal, he should be able to take a photo of him during this celebration. Oh, the sheep girl's gonna.
任せたよ。
あら乗ってる乗ってる覚悟せんねん必殺やった通しません
America, what are you gonna do? Okay, another. Can we take one more? I thought you could trick it by like taking multiple photos in the same animation, but it only counted as one. So you still need to do it one more time. Oh my god, look what's over there. That's just barely not enough.
ここは通さんとよ
I wonder, is there like a rule stopping you from doing that in real football? That's Rift pictures. Now you just have to finish the match. In Japanese, she says Second Life loop, which I still don't understand. Is that supposed to mean that she plays the game called Second Life? Which it kind of looks like she would. I thought that was gonna be the Hisas where they replaced her bow with a melon, but I was thinking of another one. I'm glad that at this point I'm at least like having to try to actually beat those opponents. Looks like that's so long as I underleveled because they are like level 25, so about 8 levels above my own team. These matches can be interesting. I feel bad, you know? Shouldn't have used that one. Can we do a triple chain? So you can see how high I can make my attack in one shot. $700 something. That's still like less attack than I get on a normal shot from one of the players in my Chronicle mode team. The CPU will activate tactics, but I don't think they know how to use them because, like, once you trigger that, if you are playing as the team that use the tactic, that glyph would show up in the ground here. And you'll have to try and keep your players on top of it to get the buff from it. So they should be like running towards the middle here. You ride as Cornflake instead of one faker. That actually sounds like in the name of an actual parody Hisasu that this series would make. I just run down the timer a little bit. That ship girl is really cute. I'm fixating on her for some reason. Thanks, and I have to check my levels. 19 on Sakurazaki. At this point I should pass the EXP boots to Shisendo. He also needs to level up. Deliver the photos to the Yagyu super fan. It's like in passing the one lucky egg you have in Pokemon games. I remember getting the EXP share for the first time when I was playing Pokemon White and thinking it was the most broken thing ever, because what do you mean I can make one Pokemon get the experience without actually fighting? Now the XP is shared between all your Pokemon by default.
まさかささなみ運命と接触していたとはね。
リーダー、これは
Baseball faction leader. Are these the people that were going to
確かに柳生様は
attack me,
も
quote
とも
unquote?
とサッカー少年だったわ。でも彼の才能が本当に輝く舞台は野球なの。
I thought it would be like Yagyu's wounds from the beginning of the game.
つまり柳生様に野球部に戻っていただくことこそが我々柳生ファンの使命。ささなみ運命、野球部に柳生様を返してもらうわよ。柳生様は野球を続ける。そうかしら。あなたのせいで。
Yagyu belongs in the diamond. Yagyu is helping us fight you. He's even laughing at your face.
何なの？私たちが間違っていたというの？
まるでバトルしたみたいじゃないか。
負けよ。野球部派閥の乾杯だわ。推しの
We
気持ちに
never
寄り添
understood
って
what
いな
your
かったなんて。
beloved truly wanted. That's one way to talk about your faith.
気づかせてくれてありがとう、笹波さん。
サッカーを求める柳生さんの本心に我々は揃いも揃って気づけなかった。だから君を助けたかったんだ。
Why is he doing that Suprema drip pose?
でももらった写真をみんなに見せる必要はもうなさそうだ。僕のスマホに大切に保存しておくよ。
There is no need to show the photos anymore. You keep them to yourself.
それにしても
Why do I think that was the whole
僕の見
point?
込んだ通りに最高だね。
どういうことですか？
君以上に柳生さんを理解している人はいない。そんな君が撮る柳生さんの写真には柳生さん本来の魅力が凝縮されているのさ。このセンス、さすがトップオブ柳生ファンの笹波くん。
私も笹波さんのおかげで目が覚めたわ。これからの柳生ファンを束ねられるのは笹波さん、いいえ笹波様しか
From
いま
now
せん。
on, only you can lead his
ど
fan
うか
club.
ぜひ新たなリーダーになってください。
お断りします。
If it was a Haruendo fan club, he would be like on it like instantly. That's a very strong boot for this stage of the game. Also, this quest missed the opportunity to reward with like an actual player title. I mean, this, it could give you one that said like a Yagyu's fan club leader. It would be pretty funny. Hi there, you're still on your phone. You've been here like from the day before. Almost time for some ramen. Alright, to have that where eating ramen will increase your EXP for a while. The next match will like boost Earth players specifically, but at this point I need the Shiseido to get more EXP. I wonder if it gets overridden if I eat ramen now. Could be a chance to find out. If I remember where the ramen shop was. Right over here. Also, now that I know that equipment to boost your stats for this mission, I should get some for the rest of my team. A string choker, and it's a goalkeeper thing, so that's going for Toshisendo. It's pressure and physical. These are both good for defenders and goalkeepers. Yeah, Shisendo, Tencho defenders, Tencho midfielders I'm using as defenders. Same for this ramen sticker. Unless I can find something with better stats. I doubt this will actually optimize my equipment because auto-equip options in games never do that. But it surely is faster. I got the attack I needed, but I need some more defensive equipment. And this shop does not sell boots. Let's save that's enough. And not that, it only gave me like 14 defense points. I'm surprised by how cheap the Hisatsu are compared to everything else. Way that there is no keeper or shooting Hisatsu. I'll grind a bit more, then come back to the shops if I need still need more stats. I also came here for the ramen shop, I was about to forget it already. First, there's a new battle just in this alleyway.
俺に声かけてくるなんていい度胸してんじゃねえか。
I've been buying these Hisatsu, but I forgot to actually equip them to anybody. I'll do that before the next friendly match.
そんなに俺たちと遊びてえのか。
面倒な人たちに絡まれました。
ああ、そうだ。
お厨房のくせにやるじゃねえか。今日はこんくらいにしといてやる。
僕は絡まれやすいのか。
Omei turns up to his thing in the start of the day and is like, our training for today is gonna be to go fight some thugs.
うどん食べていきます？それともサッカーバトルにします？
Can you think of one establishment where it would show up and the hostess would say like, do you want to run me or do you wanna play football?
お母さん、お客さんご案内。
いただきます。
遠慮なく食っていきな。どんどん食べな。
はい。
I like that they have those massive forgot what you call this in English, but those massive tea containers. These are usually free, by the way. A lot of Japanese restaurants serve green tea like it's water. It's a free drink. There was one time I think a couple times where I ate in one of those and I actually emptied that jar of tea.
イルとカルはボール遊びが上手でのボールを尾びれで蹴って輪っかの中に入れる芸が得意じゃった。死ぬ前にもう一度あの芸が見たいんじゃがどこかで見れんもんかの。おお主、あの芸が見られる場所を知っとるのか。
ボールを蹴って輪っかの中に入れる芸、それは僕たちがいつも行っているあの特訓に近いはず。おじいさんを造船所跡に連れて行こう。
Up Swift Digest, I suppose so. There's like one brand of this sold in Japan in bottles that says like that it reduces body fat, which I think is embarrassing it a bit, but it should be related to that. Also, the buffs do stack if you have both at the same time. They don't replace each other like I thought they would. I have to head to the old shipyard. There's more side quests to take. Look at those arch windows, total European vibes, right? Suppose so. This looks like to have been a part of a factory or a warehouse.
ここならおじいさんが見たい芸を披露できるはず。
おや、なんじゃこの子らは。
イルとカルの芸を再現するのにうってつけの2人です。ではおじいさん、しっかり見ていてくださいね。
It's something to upend your stomach more. I guess so. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. I swear I'm pressing button at the right time, but Raika keeps missing.
その調子。
Also, it prompts you to press the button even when there is no ball to kick, which is a bit confusing.
おお、これじゃ。わしはこれが見たかったんじゃ。イルとカルと過ごしたあの頃の記憶が鮮明によみがえってきたわい。ありがとう、若者たちよ。
喜んでもらえたならよかったです。
そしてお主たちはイルとカルの生まれ変わりなんじゃな。よう会い
You
に来てくれ
two
た。
must be the thing
いいわ
reborn.
嬉しいぞ。何をとぼけておるんじゃ。体のひねり具合、ボールを輪っかに通す精度、どれをとってもイルとカルにしか見えんかったぞ。つまりお主らの正体は人の姿に化けて帰ってきたイルとカル。おお、カルなんてこんなにこわもてになって。
Oh, thing I've gotten all scary looking.
俺がイルカだと。
なるほど。カル、おじいちゃんにまた会えてよかったね。
This guy in Domain would have a lot to talk about.
今のはイルカの鳴き声。本物のイルとカルのゲームを少し見てみたかったな。
What's going on here? There's the... I think there's the second side quest which implies that ghosts are a real thing in this universe. There's that and the one of the guy that you take his message to the ramen shop, I think.
本当に見事な芸じゃ。イルとカルにはサッカーの才能があるわい。
And I got a pretty good equipment from that. I take it off everybody first so I can like rearrange it. Maybe it helps with the auto equip. They're still giving Kisoji the striker boost for some reason. He's a midfielder. Did I pet this one already? There was a mark at the park. I thought it would be Josephine again. Mark Society has appeared. He wants your help. I think we've done this already.
本当なんだよ。いつも一緒にサッカーしてる子たちが急に用事ができたり具合が悪くなったりして集まらなくなったんだ。
The kids I play football with suddenly got busy or sick and stopped
こ
showing
れ
up.
は闇の組織の陰謀だよ。
One of the dark society's nefarious schemes, I think they just don't like you.
それはただ都合が悪かっただけなんじゃ。
It's going to have a very like formative experience, no?
理由はそれだけじゃないんだよ。サッカーしに来なくなった子たちはみんなこの町じゃ見かけない男の人と一緒にいるのを何度も目撃されてるんだ。
大人が絡んでる
Oh, that's worse.
ね、怪しいでしょ。
の？わかった。闇の組織を信じるわけじゃないけど、 君の言うことも気になるし、調べてみるよ。
来なくなったみんなに話を聞いてみて。僕たちでこの町のサッカーを守るんだ。
I have to talk to his friends.
え、サッカーしに行かなくなった理由？ごめん
I'm
なさ
sorry I
い。
can't say why you
話せ
stopped
ない
playing football.
です。さよなら。
サッカー？別に嫌いになったわけじゃなくて。何でもいいだろ。あっち行けよ。
He tells me to buzz off and he buzzes off. Gramps still thinks esports is a real deal sports club. But we do strength training every day, so maybe he's got a point. This is the last one.
何よ、あなたには関係ないでしょ。絶対言わないわ。
みんな堅くなに口を閉ざしてる。このままじゃ拉致が開かないな。
What is that guy doing over there? Esports players are forced to exercise. I'm wondering if esports clubs are an actual thing in schools nowadays. Actually, yes, does look a lot like a drunk demeanor.
お兄さん、何してたんだよ。大変なんだって。
え、君に言われてみんなに話を聞きに行ってたんじゃないか。
それどころじゃないんだよ。みんなと一緒にいた男の人が今南雲原駅に来てるって情報を掴んだんだ。
そうなの？
きっと闇の組織の幹部に違いないよ。行こう。僕は先に行ってるね。
Yeah, there's chess, but if you would have an esports club and the school would bank the equipment for it, it would be like a way more expensive than any other club. If you need multiple game consoles or multiple gaming setups. No, the football frontier commentator only heard his voice before. Then I saw him in the band Instant Crush.
みんなが闇の組織にさらわれようとしてる。そうはさせないぞ。
まだそうと決まったわけじゃ。
やめろ。みんなを連れて行くな。
君はいきなりすみません。ちょっと事情があって。闇の組織か。そいつは参ったな。
違うの？
僕は隣町にあるサッカースクールのコーチだよ。
Coach at the
ここ
football
でいつも
school.
みんなと待ち合わせしてスクールに通っているんだ。そういえば聞いたことがあります。入会してすぐ結果が出るエリートサッカースクールが隣町にあるって。本当かい？噂だとしてもそれは嬉しいな。
サッカースクール？いやだってさ、急にサッカー上手くなったらかっこいいだろ。だからみんなには黙って通ってたんだけど。
So they don't take football, but they are still excluding this kid from playing with them.
みんな考えることは同じみたいで、スクールでばったり会ったんだ。
そのうち教えようとは思ってたのよ。もうみんなしてずるいよ。僕も。
もちろん。これがパンフレット。入会手続き待ってるよ。入会金50万円。どうだい？練習設備はバッチリ整っているんだ。
$4,000, and I think that was like localized to
で
$2.
もやっぱり入りたくなくなった。もういいんだ。
お、そうだ。君が腕前に自信があるなら、
So
お金のかからない特待生制度があるん
was
だ。
it that they were excluding him from the school because he's poor and they are not?
本当？
That's even more messed up.
ああ、しっかり練習してくるんだ。君の挑戦を待ってるぞ。つまり闇の組織の正体はエリートサッカースクールだったってことか。
違うよ。闇の組織は本当にあるんだよ。今回は違ったってだけ。
So is he gonna come again in the future with another Dark Society quest? Because if so, it's gonna get a bit tiring. Raika is putting ahead in level even though I never gave her the experience boots. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, how to play against Single FC. There are more things you can face, like there's the other schools, but you can also play against the other clubs from Nagumohara. A lot of things actually. This one's badminton, this one's the sumo club. Bodybuilding, dance. Handball. Here's the Space Lab. That girl from the Stargazing Club is the goalkeeper. Interesting that some of the selected players that we didn't pick are actually in those things. It's like Wizards. There's this sumo guy. He was also one of them. And so was this one. But in the end, we just have to rematch with Seagull. I forgot. Should I wait time quitting the match and starting it again? I said I would equip my new Hisatsu before playing the next match and I forgot to do it. Oh, these slots are still locked, so... I forgot how high your level has to be to be able to use these free slots for Hisatsu. Like, I can equip it already, but until Benten's level 30, he can't actually use it. It doesn't let me remove it. I just place it to test it. Alright, so it's weird that you can buy them already, but you can't actually use any of them. Also, I find it weird that it's only like anime vocal songs that you can choose to play on the background, instead of like actual BGM from the previous games. Because I would be all over that if that was an option. And that should put me very close to the grind I need to do. After that, I think I can just grind the RPG battles to level up Shisengan and Sakurazaki, and then we can play against Sokuyo before the end of the stream. And as you'd expect, is still a lot weaker than the other couple things I've played today, even in the new difficulty. I knew it would be easier, and my plan was to show off the new Hisatsu that I bought, but I just found out I can't actually use it yet. Look, I'm only getting. By the way, that Hisatsu is just to fire tornado, but as a catch move, if you were wondering. I got an intercept. She had a double elemental advantage against her wood type move, and she still lost the duel. I could start as a bit now, so the match ends faster, but I tried to do that before also and I kept fumbling it for some reason. But it's just passing the ball between your players and avoiding any duels so the timer doesn't like keep pausing. Ukura snapped onto the ball there, did you see that? Had to do this a lot in Chronicle mode. I could forehand and like try to make some like non-attacking players score a goal or something like that. I just messed up the castle. You can combust on catch in real life, really. Aqua in the match, you mean making a Molotov basically. I thought you meant you could do that jumping and spinning motion. I like that she sent us real skill that's like stronger than a normal catch stat-wise. You see using only one hand to catch the ball. It's okay, take your time. And then that's one thing I've been trying to do. If you place a castle on top of the player that has the ball, you actually just take the ball from them. I can't jump like that, I think. Do you wanna try? Give them the cardiac arrest. Finally, this might be the last friendly match we needed to do. Now I have to try equipping those trainee beans I've been dropping but not using to see if they can boost the stats that I need. Sakurazaki is done, but Shisendo still needs one more level. Oh, he already learned the new move. I thought there will be a cutscene or something. Also, thanks.
それで一面に載せる写真なんだが、キーパーもストライカーもどちらも載せることにしたよ。
こいつの意見も取り入れることになるのは悔しいが、どちらもいい絵になることが分かってな。2枚の写真を組み合わせて豪華にしようと思う。
そうですか。掲載していただけてありがたいです。ま、実はもともと君の考えは心のどこかで認めていたさ。
俺もお前のことはこれからもライバルだと思ってるから。
それで早速見出しのアイディアが浮かんできたんだ。やはり豪華に見せたいわけだから、文字は大きめで。
は？いや、文字まで大きめにしたら全体の圧が強くなりすぎるだろう。ここはやや大きめサイズで写真を引き
Yeah,
立てる
they're
ようにし
fighting
ない
again.
と。
The next side quest will be about whether to use big font or small font.
なんだと？また巻き込まれる前に離れた方が良さそうだな。
Funny, cause you know how my logo is over there on the bottom left of this screen? I debated with myself for way too long how big that logo should be. Now I'm gonna take a short break while the button to run an ad is still enabled. Sometimes I wait too long and then it gets grayed out. Then I'll try to do the rest of the grind I need and see if we can play against Sokuyo still today. I'll see you then. Hi there. No, I have to be at the school for the couple, I think, cutscenes I have to trigger. And then I wanted to grind to just a few RPG battles to see if I can level Shisendo up by 1 level, is all he needs now.
新入部員の勧誘のため仕上げてきたんだ。
Thanks, and I think this was the very first battle from the start of the story mode. Apparently you have to do this a lot later on to grind the currency for the story mode. Like all those cards that you trade for equipment and Hisatsu. Can't you see the beauty? Honestly, I can't. What's life without muscles? I'm doing perfectly fine without. How much experience was that? Not enough, I think. Let's look for one more.
推しの配信アーカイブを見ているところですが、あ、もしや君も推し活に興味がおありで。
Idol Lovers Club, that's one that I find even harder to believe is an actual thing in the esports club.
ピーの素質何ですか？特に嬉しくありません。チェキを分けてあげますぞ。
Wonder if I'll be able to play against in a football match later. Whenever I unlock more of the clubs and I wasn't looking, I need to recover.
Nani? 今回は諦めますかな。また声をかけますぞ。
何だったんだ一体。
Yeah, we get some experience, but it's so little. It says 600 and something, but I think it's like split between your entire lineup. Maybe there's something else I can do. Level 34, and I think that's the dodging minigame, which was already the most difficult of them.
日々の練習が結果につながります。
心の準備は？そんなはずは。
それじゃ。
They're so fast now. And I have to go all the way to the other side. Ouch. They had to give him like more iframes on this. And I learned to basically never use feint because it's the worst of them. It hinders you more often enough.
やればできるはずです。
Let's try one more time. I can kind of use this to advance, like you line up like this and then you step right or left. I mean, to wait for the stamina to come back is also a problem. Oh, well, we can do this. You go way out of the way, and they don't follow you that far. Yeah, why didn't I think of that before? And you can actually spam this side step like everything else. That was enough to level up Shisendo. I had to come down here. There's a gathering of Yagyu fangirls. Knowing the baseball guy stopped out makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
入ったのか。
やった集会完成。
That was Shunrai's the original name.
地面スレスレの軌道でゴールを狙う。巻き上げられた粉塵にか乱され止めることができない。これがナグモハラの連携必殺シュート。春雷だ。
合わせやすいように手加減するんじゃなくて思い切り打った方がミートポイントができるってことなんだ。
There is one shooting hissatsu in this game that's basically a flashbang. You make a big flash of light to blind the goalkeeper.
はあ？喧嘩売ってんの？
うちのストライカー陣は仲がよろしいようで。
Let's save that guy. And there's she sent us in Hisashi. I didn't think they show it right away like that.
これが僕の必殺技、氷結の舞。
Yoketsu no Mai.
できたじゃねえか。
すごいです。
なんだ、こんなところに呼び出して。
まさか生徒会の指導じゃないよな。
もう少しだと思うんだ。
何がだ。
もう少しで僕にも必殺技が習得できる。そこで二人に頼みがあるんだ。
頼み？
僕に同時にシュートを打ってくれ。
同時にだと？
僕が生み出そうとしている技は一点を守る技ではなく、気による防護膜を作り出し広域を守備できる技なんだ。
よくわからんが、同時にシュートを打てばいいんだな。 大変だったよな。
ああ、感謝してる。
これでうちもまた強くなるな。
うちですか。四川道先輩も柳生先輩もすっかりサッカー部ですね。
Was the only one who was still missing a proper elemental statue. And that doesn't really matter in the gameplay, but there are some shooting skills that split the ball into like multiple projectiles that would be good against those in practice. I just need stats just a little bit. I think equipping training beans to one player. I can do that automatically as well. But it's this that I'm talking about. Okay, equip those items and every one being that to equip it's like raises their corresponding stat by 1 as well. $700 something, that was a lot. Oh, they also go to the coordinators. Which is a way, since their stats don't matter anyway. I wonder if that actually counts towards the team attack and defense. Now I'm way above the threshold I needed. So that's the way to go to raise those stats. You use training beams. I did not have... Oh, that's why I couldn't use this when I played against Nishinomiya, because key main lockdown was in my like 5-a-side formation, but not in my main formation. Now I'm a bit like over spec'd for the upcoming match. It might be on the easier side. And I've been missing a lot of talk on my Discord. It's going to rain in the morning, big umbrella. Lunch will be provided for everyone. Handmade lunches made by the coordinators. Is it a deal breaker if there's turbot? Okay, so in the original, like in the past seasons, there would be this thing where the team's coordinators would make like onigiri and such for the players. But these two just buy things from a store. That's what Kisoji was expecting. Yeah, if I over leveled, on the other hand, I should have to grind less in the future. Sorry, these are pre-packaged lunches. Momochi's family company has kindly provided them. If you three are only gonna accept the homemade stuff, you can just take you off the list. It just means more for us. How am I getting lumped in with those two? I only asked a question. I mean, with his family's money, you could just have an actual cooking staff for the team. Also, where do I open that again? Also, Yuna, I don't like that you're using seekers based on our opponent's players. That's kind of sending a mixed message there.
日だよ。ギリギリ目標達成って感じだね。
夏休みの宿題は最後の日までにやればいいんですよ。
Just like cramming homework the night before I make some. And I think in Japanese he said something about summer vacation.
篠原。
うん、ちょっとバランス崩しただけ。平気。
北洋学園のエース空宮聖。
At this point, anytime they like show Umei looking at an empty space, I'm expecting a ghost of Sorami or Haru or someone else to show up.
南雲原中対北洋学園の試合となっております。九州ではトップクラスの北洋学園に南雲原はどう食い下がるのか。角間さん、今日の試合どうご覧になりますか？
前回レベルの高い戦術の組み立てによって逆転勝利を収めた南雲原ですから、今日もいい試合が期待できるかもしれません。ただし戦術ではどうにもならない部分もありますからね。
と言いますと、
どんなに戦術でゴール前までボールを運べたとしても、絶対的な壁、北洋キーパー陣内選手のグラビティデザートを打ち破らなければ得点はできませんよ。
なるほど。それと今日は雨上がりでの試合となっており、かなりフィールドが滑
The
ると思
rain
われます
just clearing
ね。
the pitch bound
選
to
手
be
には
slip.
気をつけてもらいたいところです。
It would suck if you had a leg injury, right, Raika?
Hey!
Yeah, that's got me off guard. They seamlessly like inserted the part where Omei has that heart problem.
「この前戦ってみた限り、やはりブランク明けの南雲原はチームとして未完成だと言わざるを得ない状況だった。
でも彼らは笹波運命が作ったチーム。やられると分かっている勝負はしない。きっと前よりもレベルアップしているはずです。
おお、お前にとって笹波運命はそんなに評価が高いのか？
昔は油断できないやつでした。小さい体で周りを出し抜いていましたね。 フィジカルでは明らかに他の選手に劣っていたと思いますが。
サッカーの目か。
はい、あいつには見えていました。フィールドのすべてが。的確なパスを出し、プレーによってチームをコントロールする、そんなやつでした。
You can see Geometry is fighting the background. What does that mean?
あいつとは因縁のように当たっていましたが、全部見透かされているような感覚でした。
その感じ、遠藤春に似ているな。
さあ、でもそんな奴が復活した。これは要警戒じゃないですか。
だが奴はベンチのようだが。
運命は病気でサッカーができなくなったんです。あん時の運命は抜け殻のようだったな。でもそんなんで終わるやつじゃないって信じてました。
空宮。
あいつは今チームをまとめる存在としてサッカーに戻ってきたんだと思います。
サッカーが直接プレイできなくてもサッカーに復帰したというのか。大した覚悟だな。
Oh, the graphics buggy. I think I saw the.
なんて言ったってあいつは俺の永遠のライバルですから。
Like the ground glitched a bit when the scene transitioned. Does like flicker into a black void.
信濃さん、敵は運命が作ったチームなんです。
It's happened a few times when I was grinding in commander mode in chronicle mode of the camera going below the ground. So the ground would vanish and would see the characters from below.
あれ、そんなに出ちゃってますか？
ああ、ダダ漏れだ。
へへ。
注目の対決、制するのはどちらでしょうか。
They're level 20 as well, but we're fully decked with training beans now, so they might still be behind in stats, unless they also have them.
Shouriへの熱い思いが宿っています。劇的な展開を見せてくれるのか、期待が高まります。
Enemy boss this thing again.
南雲原対北陽学園、同じ長崎の近隣同士での戦いとなります。
西宮を戦略で破った南雲原ですが、パーフェクトサッカーの北陽にどこまで通用するのか。
タクティクスストリーム、トライダイブ、ザ・クレイモア、サイドラインスピア。
He's using 3 tactics at the same time. Yeah, you can't do that in normal gameplay.
タクティクスを複合的に使い、特性を読ませないということなのか。
サンシャインブレード。
城壁は間に合うか。
ここで止める。氷結の前。
It's not a rigged goal, I thought it was going to be.
任せたよ。
はい、こっちかな。心の準備は
強めの行くよ。
There's the melon, Hisatsu.
どうかな。
通しません。
強めの行くよ。 れたぞ。
サンシャインブレード。
来るぞ、守りきれるか。
And the game wants me to take a shot, so I can't just keep defending.
任せたよ。インターセプト。示す時だ。パトリオットシュート。
This was one of the shots that belonged to their coach when he played in the original series. Nice reference. Also, I'm gonna take a goal now.
止められない。形勢プリ、流れを変えられるか。フクラ、野球、得点につながる。得点なるか。
It's probably rigged, so you can't score now, so I'm not bothering with Satsu yet.
止めた。
複数のタクティクスを高速で切り替えて、俊敏で切り替えの早い空宮が中心にいるからこそできる新しい北洋のサッカーだ。
何が何でもボールを取るんだ。
この流れを切るにはストラミア君を止めるしかない。
破れない。
どうするの？
あれを使うか。
でも運命君は指示を出すまで絶対
Not unless he gives the order, but funny enough, this is actually not very useful if your opponent already has the ball, because what the Keyman lockdown does is it stops anyone from passing to them. But if they already have the ball, it makes no difference.
そうなの。
南雲原は空宮聖を封じた。だが北洋は空宮聖だけのチームではない。
俺をブロックしたのか。ならここは。
I've had people online try to use Keyman lockdown on my team, like when I'm already about to shoot on at their goal.
攻撃重視戦法、シナノフォームの威力を見せて。
And it's like that doesn't do anything at this point.
はい。頼りにしてます。
戦術を誘導、防御力を下げたつもりか。だが北洋の攻撃を防げるかな。
なんで切り札を使わないんだ。点を取らなければ負けちまう。
これ程度で気温なよ、桜崎。
Shinano formation. That's a new one.
晩作はつか
Oh, with this type of tactic, you can actually stop them with a slide tackle if you space it just right.
鋭い敵の攻撃も怖いが、こちらも攻撃ができるチャンスが生まれてきた。
ゴールを狙ってシュートを打っていかなきゃね。
Can I damage already?
ここでゴールを狙う。
Not yet, it seems, since his health bar is not showing up.
ここはパスが通らない。ゴールマンに来た。
And it's only Sakurazaki that has the new combination shot, not Reiko. Don't have TP for it anyway.
果敢にゴールを狙いますが、北洋のゴールは硬い。どうしても突破できません。
陣内選手のグラビティデザートを破るには南雲原も強力な必殺シュートが欲しいところですが。
限界だ。信頼を使う。
ダメですよ先輩。運命には何か考えがあるんですよ。今までだってそうだったでしょ。
We made that skill specifically to break through that goalkeeper. Why can't we use it yet?
前半いかがでしたか、角間さん。
この得点差だと後半ひっくり返る可能性もありますよ。
なんでだよ運命。ここは春雷だろ。
まだ使ってはいけない理由があるんです。
それって私。
なんでその理由を俺たちに隠す必要があるんだ。
そうだよ運命、俺たちにも話せよ。
Homie, it's very strange and not very competent that you hold back your strategy from your own team. I know that the meta reason is to keep the audience guessing, but you shouldn't know that you have an audience.
自分たちが選んだ監督を信用できなくてチームがまとまるのかしら。
これは一本取られたな、桜崎。ここはささなみの戦術眼を信用するとしようぜ。
分かった。
了解。さし
行かせる。
行くぜ。オーバーグロー。
突破されてしまった。
Also, mate, this is why you recruit reserves for your team. You were so adamant about not getting any before.
残り時間も少ない。このままじゃ負けるぞ。
ダメです。まだその時ではありません。
そろそろ限界だぜ、ささなみ。
それでも必殺技は常に
Special move has to be special, that's why it should always be.
は？運命、一体何を考えてる
Omei thinks he's in an anime basically, he keeps holding back his place to use it when it's the most dramatic to do so.
気づいているんだよね。私の足のこと。
I heard just so you have two impaired players and no reserves. I mean, we have two coordinators, we could tell them to get up and get over there. I even could unwittingly give them training beans as well.
でも私やってみたい。少しぐらい痛くたって絶対勝ちたいから。
そうだったのか。だから信頼を使うなと。
お願いやらせて。
いや違いますよ。篠原先輩に信頼は打てます。その足の状態ならなんとか2回いや3回痛みをこらえてでも打ってもらうつもりでした。
だったらなんで？
問題はそこじゃない。別の理由で信頼はまだ使えない。
See, another reason he keeps like holding it back.
最大の効果を引き出した状態で打つんですよ。必殺が必殺であるために。
だったらいつまで待てばいいんだ。
わかりました。打ちましょ
う。何？
さあここから存分に信頼を使ってください。
どういうことだよ。
Do you know how scorchingly hot the weather has to be for the ground to be making that optical effect right in front of you like that?
試合が再開しますよ。さあ行ってください。
わけわからん。
でもいよいよか。
But it's not even unrealistic because last year there was one day that made I think 40 something degrees in Tokyo. It was on the news for a while.
スローインで試合再開です。
乗ってる？
やってやるさ。
必殺！
父さん
やるさ。止められない。連携が乱れてしまったか。
He saw this on the film despite his knee injury from before.
来なさい。
止められない。
Okay, finally somebody can stop him.
おい来た。よっ。いいぞ。さあシュートに持ち込めるか。やがれ。
There we go.
来い。
It's the same effect when they scored on Shisendo with that. He doesn't have the time to start his Sisatsu.
うおーすごい。運命これを狙っていたのか。
Someone is very like unimpressed by that.
やったぜ。これが俺たちの
春雷。連携必殺シュート春雷。大きな武器を手にしましたね。
さあ勝ちを取りに行きましょう。
だがここまで効果が大きいとは。
確かに練習の時以上だったような。
She was like, could have given her a shot if the game would let me. But on range she's like level 30.
今日は午前中雨が降った。フィールドが濡れているうちは春雷の粉塵効果は薄い。
It was wet, so the dust effect wouldn't work right.
春雷を最高の状態で打つためには地面が乾いている必要があったんです。
It makes sense, but
粉塵の効果はそれだけじゃない。シュートの全貌が見えなければ。
but what about the reason why your team could know about that?
さすがの北洋でも見えないシュートの分析は難しいだろう。
それが春雷を出し惜しみした理由か。ささなみ運命、そこまで計算していたのか。
つまり私の足のせいじゃなかった。運命くん。
Why didn't you say so sooner?
なんでそのことを言わなかったの？
They acknowledge the question, like the obvious question you would have, but they don't answer it.
また何か重要な理由が。
Unless they're gonna do that right now.
お、さあ。
プ
Surprise.
らいず
サプライズ。
ここから逆転といきたいところです。
Right, but a tournament match is not the right place for surprises only. You leave that for the friendly matches.
うまくボールを奪いました。
ガンガン行くぜ。おう。ぶっ潰すぜ。
なんか足の痛みが十分だ。
Your leg doesn't hurt anymore, that's convenient. We're not winning yet despite the triumphant music. Reich actually has a blocking move now, but it didn't work.
きるか。篠原得点につなげられるか。
Kurosaki is out of the zone, he's not moving forward. I mean, the cursor is purple when you aim at the players because they're out of the zone, so you will leave it if you pass to them. And now the thing where only Shunrai can stop his move doesn't matter anymore, we just one-shot him.
さあリードしていますがまだ油断はできません。
行くぜ。
食らいやがれ。ボールを奪いました。邪魔だ。示す時だ。食らいやがれ。ザ・マトリックス。
America don't have a block move yet. But I think Shiran is won by leveling up eventually. I was trying to get it to Sakurazaki to use Shunrai now.
緊張が走ります。
I mean, it's rigged to score every time now. It ignores his health bar. Let's finish it with one elegant plate. I love the pose she strikes at the end. I kinda wanna give this move to my avatar. Benten has a new block move, so does Masato. Bukura and Yagyu have new dribbling moves. This one used to belong to the Brazilian team in Inazuma 11 3.
サッカー部ができたばかりとは思えません。すごい試合を見せてくれました。よっしゃー、
勝てた。北洋撃破。
強くなれそうだな、このチーム。
サッカー楽しい。
麗しき春風のようなひととき。
嬉しかとよ。ぶっちぎりのソウルだぜ。
皆さんの努力の賜物ですね。
この上なき陶酔、浸っておこ
う。Let me see what is sweet match ecstasy.
けちゃったな。やっぱ運命はすごいや。何より運命がサッカーに帰ってこられてよかった。
He has a heart condition or die with down with it.
ボールが蹴れなくても僕にはサッカーができるって分かったから。
やっぱ運命には全部見えてんだな、サッカーのこと。
そんなことないよ。南雲原が勝てたのはチームみんなのおかげなんだ。
今の運命には代わりに走ってくれる仲間がいるんだね。
You know, this could be a rule every time a competitive match ends. You have to give your opponent a big hug to show you not there's no resentment between you.
よろしくな、運命。
Maybe a kiss as well. I don't know.
それってどういうこと？
What did she just say?
同じチームになるんだ。
We're going to play as teammates. Speak of surprises. But what do you mean teammates? We can't... so far we're not able to recruit players from other schools, even though I would have liked to. At this point in Inazuma Eleven 1, you would be able to recruit from the rival teams that you already beat.
普通ですよ。
ねえねえ、ハルくんってさ、ジュニアリーグの時からすごかったんだよね。やっぱりその時から無敵だった？
いえ、俺よりすごいのはいましたよ。
え、嘘。その子は今どこの学校にいるの？ハルくんよりもすごいとかありえる？どうした？
いえ、でも今は俺の方が全然勝ってますけどね。
そりゃそうだよね。
That blue-haired girl is Hoshimura, by the way. She was someone in my chat in a previous stream said it was their favorite character. And we're ending the chapter like perfectly at the time to end the stream. We'll be fighting for spots in the starting lineup.
フットボールフロンティア初登場ながら九州最強と名高い東風異国か。九州地区予選での最難関。
Like the stream flew by. I looked at the timer. It's suddenly almost 3 hours in. Mostly foreigners.
企んでいるとは人聞きが悪い。君の意見を聞きたいんだ。
負けませんよ。絶対に。
Soramiya is the Nagumohara kid, so he is actually joining the team.
稲妻イレブン、今日の格言。必殺技は常に必殺であるべき。
Special move has to be special. Next proverb is going to be that people die when they're killed.
Merger the Senno Group,
which owns and operates Nagumohara, has been trusted with Hokuyo.
そんなことってあるの？
今は少子化で全国的に学校経営は厳しい。どの地域でも学校の民営化は進んでいるんだ。
Oh, the declining birth rate.
ということは、北洋学園のサッカー部も仲間になるってこと？
We're fusing the two schools together because there's too few alumni.
じゃあ、レギュラー選手枠も取り合わないといけなくなるってことだな。
それはなんか怖いですね。
今まで黙っていてごめんなさい。
So I've heard keeping quiet about this until now, so it's not only Umei who has
北洋学園運営陣から
surprises
の
up
強い
his
情
sleeve.
報でギリギリまで公表しないことになっていたのよ。
南雲原はどうなるんですか？
実質分解されるのは北洋学園の方なの。環境的に優れている南雲原の
Hokuyo's
方
getting
に
phased out, their
北洋
students
学
will
園
be
の生徒
transferred
が
here.
集められ
Those
る。
are facilitated as superior.
これまでの南雲原高等部は新設される南育英高校としてお引っ越しとなる。
Also happening in real life in Japan, like their schools will have like one classroom with 5 students or something, and once they graduate, this school shuts down.
これまでは中高一貫校だった南雲原ですが、中学として大きな学校になる方がいろんな面で利点が多い。
Until now, the school combined junior and senior high, which I think is an uncommon thing as well. Like in Japan, usually will middle school and high school are separate.
来たよ運命。
空宮君、
正式には来週からなんだけど、一刻も早く挨拶しておきたくてね。
なるほど。この間来ていたのも合併前の下見ってところか。
そう。だから言ったでしょ。スパイ行為なんかじゃないって。
With the likelihood that like that the story here was mostly written by boomers, we think it's gonna be like get preached about it.
しかし、わざわざ事前に挨拶に来るとは。
Next proverb is going to be marry and reproduce.
当然だ。学校が一つになるとなれば、サッカー部も一つになる。おそらく、レギュラーの座は大半を北洋メンバーがいただくことになる。挨拶なしでは忍びなくてな。
なんだと？
そんなことさせないよ。
うちのボスがそんなこと許すはずないし。
It's funny how they just lost Sarting and they think they're gonna replace Sarting.
ボス。まあいい。すべては監督が決めることだ。南雲原の新監督には、元北洋の下鶴新監督が就任されるのだからな。
Oh, Arata's gonna be the coach, no?
でもまあ、
So far, it's that on paper the teacher is the coach, but in practice it's Sumi.
じゃあ今日はこの辺で帰るね。
では、今後ともよろしく頼む。
何気に上目線だな。
前回の試合で勝ったのはうち。
このままじゃサッカー部が乗っ取られそう。場所を変えて作戦会議しない？
今日の予定では港の特訓場での練習が予定されている。そこで作戦会議もやるとしよう。
We're doing that tomorrow because it's time to end now. Very intrigued by how this is going to go. So more in Inazuma 11 tomorrow. I'll be looking for somebody to raid now. Is any English speaker, let alone English VTuber, playing this because they're pretty hard to find. Thanks, Knight. Good rest of your day to you. Thanks, Kiro, and I'm gonna be ending now. So thanks a lot for everybody who has tuned in. I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good night.